Hey everybody, what are y'all doing? This is cliffgoat, aka the boy KP straight from the LV. Can't you believe it? At the end of today, we will already be 6 months out from being done with the year 2013. Time sure is flying pretty dang fast. But anyway, this video here is my first ever 30-0 gameplay in any Call of Duty game ever. Kinda late, I know, but it's about time that it happened. I used my kill streaks. I could have had a Moab, but didn't quite work, so just enjoy the gameplay. But let's talk about the subject of this video. Let's talk about video game walkthroughs versus movies. Over the years, since I graduated high school in 2007, I've enjoyed movies less and less. I felt like sitting still for 2 to 3 hours at a time was a waste of my time because I wasn't really doing anything. I was just listening to a story and just watching something happen. I mean, there's been a few good movies like Iron Man 3, American Gangster, and The Avengers especially, and so a few other movie titles, but I mean, for the most part, I don't like sitting during a movie and watching. But video game walkthroughs, those strike a chord with me. See, whenever I watched video game walkthroughs of Metal Gear Solid 4 and The Last of Us, which I'm currently watching, those felt more engrossing than any other Hollywood movie. Why? Well, first namely, the length of the video game adventures far surpass any movie. Yes, it's longer time I have to sit on my butt and watch it, but I'll get to reasons 2 and 3 on why I prefer video game walkthroughs. See, the length of the video games usually go from 7 to 15 hours depending on how long of a game it is, RPG, action, or adventure. I'm not talking about like Call of Duty. I mean, that's a short FPS adventure as far as I'm concerned. But second, there's a level of interactivity. Whenever you feel interactively involved in video games for such long periods of time, like with Metal Gear Solid 4 being stealthy and being involved in a very engrossing storyline, you really feel like you're part of the game. You feel like you're part of a mission to defeat evil or whatever the storyline may be. But I have a question for you. If you watched the scariest movie ever or watched a video game playthrough of Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 1, which game would have a bigger effect on you? Good question, I would think, because scariest movie I've ever seen, which I'm not sure what exactly it is, but I mean, it's a pretty scary movie. But Resident Evil 2 scared the shit out of me because I didn't know when a zombie was going to pop out. So that's just a question for you. Which would have a bigger effect on you? Watching a video game playthrough of Resident Evil 2 or the scariest movie you've ever watched? See, in video games, also to add on to the point of interactivity, you notice that video game shots hardly ever change except in the few cutscenes that may happen. You're always seeing like a constant third-person perspective or a first-person perspective the entire time. Like on Fallout, you usually have a first-person perspective the entire time, at least by default. Where in movies, you're always seeing scenes switch over, so you don't really know the environment as well. That's the thing with movies. You don't really get to understand the environment in a certain movie, like, let's say, Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. You don't really understand the environment unless you play a video game like Shadows of the Empire for the 64 or some of the other myriad Star Wars games that have come out on multiple consoles or whatnot. But anyway, the third reason that I prefer video game walkthroughs to movies is, this is probably the biggest reason, stress level. I know your stress level must be peaking whenever you're in a stressful situation on a video game. Whether it's on the last level of Super Mario trying to jump across a gap with one life left, or you're playing a horror movie running away from a bunch of zombies. I think that stress level means a lot when it comes to engrossing yourself in a video game experience. Because whenever you do become one with the video game experience, then I think that's when you will feel mostly in tune with the adventure you're on and therefore enjoy it better. So that's why I enjoy video game walkthroughs over movies. But right now I'm watching The Last of Us, a video game walkthrough by Chris Smoove. You know, he is the man. Splash! Ha ha! I can't even mock his voice. But anyway, within the first 10 minutes of his walkthrough of The Last of Us, my mood changed from happy to distress, knowing that the U.S. government is destroying its own city to purge the infected. I mean, I felt more affected watching that video game walkthrough than the movie Contagion, which had a very similar storyline. But I think that's one thing I would like for y'all to do is watch Contagion and then watch a video game walkthrough of The Last of Us. Tell me which has a bigger effect on you, and just let me know in the comment section below. And I appreciate y'all watching this gameplay. I know y'all enjoyed the accuracy, the use of all my kill streaks, so I couldn't even use my Moab, so oh well, maybe the next time I try. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Y'all like, favorite, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video.
So clean, right down 84 with my mug on me. Got diamonds on my wrist, got diamonds on my wrist, got them diamonds on my wrist. Is that a white boy? Yeah, I think that nigga is white. So fresh, so clean when I enter the scene. People step back, make way for the king. Ladies say, oh, about the way I sing. Fellas pop out them diamonds on the ring, diamonds on the chain. It's all about the swagger. Stole a million records like it doesn't matter. Gotta stop there. Niggas say that's enough. Bitches on my dick, hell nah, don't pass it up, right. Yeah, my niggas stacking up, mug on me, yeah. Watch them make back it up, nigga this face, matter of fact, just stack it up. One more line, nigga rhyme, now wrap it up. So